Hi. Now, it has been quite some time since Donald Trump is in office, and he has been taking maximalist approach on various issues, including border issues of United States of America, including the illegal immigration issues, including trade issues, including geopolitical issues, and he's taking a very maximalist position, and not just against the adversaries but even against the allies. And I don't think that it is a very good approach in medium term even for United States of America, because today's world is not a unipolar world, it's a multipolar world where countries have various choices. We have seen how people were deported to various countries, illegal immigrants were deported to various countries without any moral way of sending the people, human beings. Anyway, even if you go at for trade, that kind of maximalist approach Trump started initially took against Mexico, Canada and China, then he has to take back steps, because it was actually, I told in one of my video that this approach will actually raise inflation in United States of America, and it was bound to do so because these countries were also taking measures. So he has to actually take back steps. Now, even if you look at allies in Europe like Denmark, he's taking a maximalist approach. He's trying to take a maximalist approach, and this way if you go, you lose your allies, which is not good for any empire, and definitely United States of America is an empire. Now come to Middle East. Whatever he's proposing vis-a-vis Gaza, there can be two or three aspects of it. One, it could be a high, you can say that, maximalist position of talking and then coming to some kind of medium ground or middle ground, or shaking up the things so that different countries of the region start playing their own role, which they are not playing right now. You can say that. But if you are taking a position that if countries like Jordan and Egypt, who are very long-term allies of United States of America, they share intelligence with them, they toe their line, American line vis-a-vis foreign policy. And if you want to change their demographics, particularly with Jordan, it can lead to the crash of government right now in Amman and the end of monarchy. And if you are talking about stopping aid to these countries which are not resourceful countries like other countries of that region, if they don't toe your line, or if they toe their line, toe American line, then they may lose their government, then you are losing allies. And you can lead to a position when these governments won't cooperate with you or won't at least trust you. Similarly, other governments, we saw the case of Saudi Arabia, which is a very big ally of United States of America, so big so that they even didn't join BRICS. But when you start saying that on the issues which Palestinian issues, they are not pressing for a Palestinian state, they may or they might not be. I am not an insider of United States of America, but even if they are taking a public line, if the government is taking a public line for appeasing their people or for their own self, then how can you say this thing publicly in front of media? And what we saw, within 1 hour there came an statement from Foreign Ministry of Saudi Arabia. So you lose your allies, and you might be talking with a maximalist approach with other countries in Indo-Pacific region as well about tariffs. Tariffs is something which you put on your adversaries, not on your friends. You do it for your foes. And if you are taking maximalist approach, countries might look for alternatives, and there are alternatives in this world. So Mr. Trump might be trying to shake up the things, to rebuild the things or rebuild the new system. He might be envisioning something good, but I don't think the approach is very good.